Welcome back for another lore video. Grab your coffee, enjoy the fire, and let's talk about the Githyanki race in Baldur's Gate 3. The Githyanki are a very exciting topic to talk about for a lore video. Throughout my readings of the Forgotten Realms, I've only heard small mentions of this race. They've always been clouded in so much mystery for me. To see them as a playable race in Baldur's Gate 3, and to see how they'll play such an important role in how the story unfolds, got me really excited. I finally decided to delve into learning as much as I could about this unique, mysterious, and deadly race, and I'd like to share it with you guys. Let's get right into it. The Gith were a race of humanoids who had been enslaved by the Mind Flayers for countless generations. The Mind Flayers, otherwise known as the Illithids, were evil, sadistic, unnatural creatures who were feared by sentient creatures on many worlds across the multiverse due to their powerful psionic abilities. They mentally dominated the Gith, forcing them to work as the backbone of their vast empire. For several millennia, the Gith were transformed through selective breeding and genetic experiments, which many believe led to their current emaciated appearance. Eventually, the Gith developed some sort of mental resistance to the Mind Flayers' control, and the several rebellious factions of them grouped together, causing the fall of the Illithid Empire. After the Gith broke free from their long enslavement, philosophical differences within the race led to internal conflict, and the Gith race divided into two, the Githyanki and the Githzerai. We may come across Githzerai in Baldur's Gate 3, but they are not a playable race option like the Githyanki is. The actual origins of the Gith cannot be traced back before their enslavement from the Mind Flayers. Many believe them to have once been descended from humans, while others leave their origins as unknown. One of the leaders of the rebellion against the Illithids was named Gith, and after they gained their freedom, she had plans for enacting revenge upon the Mind Flayers, a deep and strong vengeance. Gith advocated for a campaign of total annihilation of the Mind Flayers and the subsequent destruction of any race that could potentially enslave them again. A vengeance that would turn some of their own race away. There was a faction within the society that fostered for peace and argued that their race should focus on rebuilding their society in seclusion instead of seeking more conflict. This faction, led by Zerthamam, was called the Githzerai, and they began to undermine the Githyanki war efforts. This led to a long civil war where Zerthamam was killed. The Githyanki then moved to the Astral Plane, while the remaining Githzerai moved to Limbo. The Astral Plane was one of the planes of existence, a barren place of other-dimensional nothingness, and the Limbo Plane was supreme chaos, a twisting quicksilver place filled with bits and pieces of rocks, trees, the four elements, strong winds, entire landscapes, and random pockets of liquid, solid, and gas. Now, there actually was a third faction of Gith who chose to relocate to wild space to hunt down spacefaring Mind Flayers, and they were known as the Pirates of Gith. The Githyanki had developed a deep hatred for the Githzerai, for they felt the Githzerai had betrayed them by allowing the surviving Mind Flayers to retreat to isolated subterranean strongholds. The two races pursued separate agendas, but still considered themselves at war with each other. Years after the Githyanki's exile to the Astral Plane, Gith's advisor, Vlaakith I, advised that they should search for allies in the Outer Planes to aid in their war efforts against the Illithids. In particular, they should seek out Tiamat, who was the evil dragon goddess of greed. Gith agreed and went to the Nine Hells to seek an audience, but he was never to return. Instead, a red dragon messenger returned with a pledge from Tiamat that all red dragons would be allies to the Githyanki, and that a small contingent of red dragons would serve them as steeds. The messenger of Tiamat also decreed that Vlaakith I and her descendants would rule the Githyanki now in place of Gith. The war against the Illithids continued, and the Githyanki now had young red dragons to fly upon. Now, throughout time, Vlaakith's descendants carried on the role as leaders of the Gith, the latest descendant being Vlaakith the 157th. She was the first of her line to follow the path of lichdom, feeding off the souls of her most powerful knights, which led her to also being referred to as the Lich Queen. She was a mad woman with desires to become a deity, an extremely powerful wizard who also trained herself in the arts of necromancy and transmutation. The Githyanki society as a whole was extremely well organized and orderly. Their society was divided into three castes: the first being that of the military, the second caste was in charge of crafts and specialized tasks, and the third caste were in charge of labor and sometimes food production. Within the Astral Plane, the Githyanki inhabited numerous fortresses and cities constructed from material imported to the plane. Time in the Astral Plane flowed at the same rate as on the material plane, but the effects of time were slowed almost to a stop. Materials would not decay, creatures would not get hungry or age. Food for the Githyanki was important, however, for when they left the plane, they needed it to survive. The Githyanki looked at the material planes of existence as their own gardens, places which they could loot at will, similar to that of what we know as Vikings. Raids in search of plunder were a common occurrence among the Githyanki, and they would take honor in leaving destruction behind them as they left to go back home to the Astral Plane with all of their spoils. Aside from raiding for plunder, the Githyanki would also send out hunting parties to root out and destroy as many Mind Flayer colonies as possible. We see the Githyanki on the backs of red dragons pursuing an Illithid in the Baldur's Gate 3 cinematic trailers. Playing the Githyanki race in Baldur's Gate 3 will certainly give a unique experience from the other races, for you can see their strong personal tie to what is going on. Before we end the video, let's talk about their abilities. The Githyanki developed strong psionic powers from their enslavement to the Mind Flayers, and they excelled at blending those psionic abilities with their combat skills, an extremely deadly combination. Typical Githyanki warriors had the abilities to innately reproduce the effects of Mage Hand, Jump, Misty Step, and non-detection spells, while even more powerful warriors were also capable of plane shifting and telekinesis. The Githyanki's deadliest weapons were their silver swords, which would damage their opponents' minds as well as their bodies. And in the Astral Plane, their silver swords were capable of severing the silver cord that connects the soul of a traveler using astral projection to their bodies in the material plane. These weapons were treasured by all Githyanki and relentlessly pursued by any outsider wielding them. The Githyanki were typically cruel, arrogant, and aggressive, and they placed a high value on the individual, which led them to become extremely ambitious as well as self-centered. Even the nice Githyanki would come across as arrogant, rude, and overconfident, so if you come across one, don't expect to be making a great friend. If you play as a Githyanki, expect your encounters with others to be interesting for sure, but if Larian gives us players a lot of choices in our dialogues, you just might be able to make a character who steps out of their race's typical stereotypes. Maybe something similar to Drist Do'Urden, the drow elf who became loved and admired by many from different races. The Githyanki are certainly a mysterious, interesting race that we will be able to play. I look forward to seeing them in the game. There will be more lore videos relating to Baldur's Gate 3 to come, guys, and if you have any requests, please put them below in the comments, and I just might use your idea. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of videos on this channel, ranging from comedy videos to live streams to game tutorials to product reviews, etc. I would love to see some of you guys on a future video. Until next time, Wolfpack.